Good morning. We'll call to order the January 29th meeting of the Sacramento County Board of Supervisors. Would the clerk please call the roll, establish quorum?
Yes, Supervisor Cerna?
Here.
Frost?
Here.
Peters?
Here.
Kennedy?
Here.
And you have a quorum. This meeting of the Sacramento County Board of Supervisors is cablecast live on Metro Cable 14, the local government affairs channel on the Comcast, Consolidated Communications, and AT&T Uverse cable systems. The meeting is closed caption and is webcast at sacmetrocable.tv. Today's meeting will be repeated Friday, February 1st at 6 p.m. on Channel 14. A DVD copy is available for checkout from any local library branch. Members of the audience wishing to address the board may fill out a speaker slip and hand it to staff. When the chair calls your name, please come to the podium. Also, please silence your electronic devices at this time.
Thank you very much. Would you please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
For your consent matters, items 1 through 46, and you also have an addendum item number 1, resolution congratulating Junior Achievement of Sacramento Incorporated on its 100th anniversary. I do have a few clerk notes. We are holding item number 4 till 2 p.m. Approve the County of Sacramento and City of Sacramento Tax Exchange Agreement regarding Panhandle Area Annexation in North Sacramento. I do need a motion to drop item number 10 and 11. This is the First Amendment to lease agreement for the Department of Probation at 9750 Business Park Drive in Rancho Cordova, and also the lease agreement for the Department of Child and Family and Adult Services.
So moved.
Second. Please vote.
Unanimous vote with those members present. I also need a motion to continue item number 39 to February the 5th. That's the Dillard Road Bridge Critical Scour Project, HPB.
Chair moves.
Second.
Vote.
Unanimous vote with those members present. That concludes the clerk's notes.
Any items of question for the board, issues? Is there a motion?
I just had a question, comment to the county executive. Number 9 is the hiring for clerical people to handle PRAs. Do we receive so many PRAs that we have to hire 3 people to handle them all?
In environmental management, we do, what has happened in the past is that we're taking our field inspectors out to assist with PRA. With clerical folks, that will free them up to go back in the field and do the inspections that we require.
So how many do we get a year?
I do not have that number. Do you have that, Bruce?
Supervisor, I can get you the actual number. I can tell you, though, that EMD gets about half of the county's PRA requests each year. I think the board letter might have that number in it, but I can get it for you, the number they actually get.
All right. Thank you.
Comment on item 7.
Item number 7 is the resolution of intention to initiate a development agreement to support construction of distribution warehousing by North Point Development at the Metro Airport.
Thank you. I just wanted to take the opportunity to thank Troy Givens, the head of our Economic Development Department, and Mike Penrose with Public Works. We had, I thought, a very productive meeting just yesterday with the Metro Airport interests, and I think this item before the board today is yet another indication that I think things are going to start moving at a different speed, hopefully, for Metro Air Park, and we can start seeing more coming out of the ground out in that part of the county. So thank you.
Thank you. Any others?
Move consent.
Motion, second. Please vote.
Unanimous vote with those members present. Item 47 is the 2018 Employee Giving Campaign report back.
About a microphone.
There.
Good morning, members of the board. Troy Givens with the Department of Economic Development. Excuse me.
Yeah, don't forget the check.
Forgot my wire.
Here's your big check.
Okay. Well, we seem to have a glitch with the PowerPoint, so we'll move through this. I wanted to first acknowledge a number of committee members that made this happen. As you're aware, before I go into the specifics of how much funds were raised, this culminates in really a month-long effort to raise funds by county members to support a number of various causes and nonprofits throughout the community and throughout the country, actually. And myself, who had the pleasure of serving as the chair this year, had Kim Latini, who was thrown into the deep end of the pool. She was a 1-month county employee when she had this assignment and she came aboard, so it allowed her to meet a number of folks in the county and really understand about the work that the county does and then the generous nature of the folks that work here as well. So thank you, Kim. We appreciate all the work. Chief Lee Seal, who was a co-chair from the probation department. And with probation, we also had Peggy Hauer, Monica Lopez, Cindy Coy, and then Doug Sloan, who is here today, served as co-chair as well from the Waste Management Division, and Eric Vanderbilt, Melissa Schultz, and Catherine Kramer from Department of Technology. So as I mentioned, this is a month-long event. It takes several months to plan in order to pull these things off. There are a number of events that take place, including a fun run, a golf tournament. We switched electronic systems to be more consistent with the county executive's efforts to reduce paper. So we moved from a cash-free process and a paperless process. So this group did a really tremendous job in advancing these things. And as I mentioned, the efforts support hundreds of worthwhile causes, from disaster relief to providing care for those who can't care for themselves, and a huge range of other very important items. As I had mentioned, we replaced our program here to a new program called Giving Matters 365. We went through a paperless process, and we hosted a 5K race that filled up in 48 hours. It was our most successful fun run in a number of years that we've had. It raised $24,000. It helped us kick off the whole campaign and really got us going in a very positive direction. What we're going to do going forward from this point is we had a number of serious runners, folks that finished a 5K in 19 minutes or less. I almost didn't have time to go get a drink of water and come back. And then we have a number of folks that handle this in a little bit of a more of a Beta Breakers type of atmosphere, and they're dressed up as superheroes, and we have some folks that dressed up as a Pac-Man team, and so we had a number of fun participants. So we're looking at breaking those two groups up to give those serious runners a chance to not have to weave in and out of our Pac-Man participants. So this year, we raised $273,000, a little over $273,000. We had an ambitious goal of raising $300,000. We fell slightly short of that. I feel if we had another week of an extension, we would have made our goal. But I think next year, breaking these two parts apart on the fun run goal will allow us to hopefully reach that goal. So we have a very large cardboard check that represents the amount here of the funds raised in total by our county employees. Wow. And these are above and beyond, obviously, the jobs they do on a daily basis. So I think they deserve a round of applause, obviously, when we work through this process.
Troy, why don't you tell us the amount that's written on that check? Because it's small print.
$273,024.
That's a lot.
I just want to point out, Troy, that it's
Here
your,
we have
your
our
name
PowerPoint.
is on that check, Troy.
It is.
Yeah.
So that's why it's large and made out of cardboard. It won't cash easily. Let's see if I can advance this. You can see the breakdown here. We had the bulk of this comes from pledges, the 5K walk, run, and department fundraisers. The board's office had hosted several bake sales and other things that all go to contributing towards this. We had a very successful golf tournament this year that raised almost $54,000 for a specific charitable contribution as well, and as I'd mentioned, over $273,000. When you break it down, we've had a number of departments that have been participating at a high level for a number of years. If you look at the middle column for 2018, in Tier 1, where we had 1 to 99 employees, County Council has again led that column in the number of contributions, and we have the County Clerk Recorder coming in a close second. In Tier 2, we have the Public Defender's Office, who always participates at a high level as well, and the Assessor's Office. And then in 2018, the Sheriff's Department, once again, participating at a very high level, and DHA as well. So I'd like to kind of throw the challenge out to other departments to try and raise their game up to this level and help us meet that $300,000 goal going forward. And just on a fun note, this is a photo from the Fun Run participants here. This is the Pac-Man team. You can see in the background with the folks with the capes that we had a superhero team and other folks. So as I had mentioned, this is a very fun event. It's a fun way to get people involved and help contribute to these charitable organizations that are doing such great work in our community. So with that, next year I'd like to hand the mantle to Chief Lucille, who will be serving as the chair of this process, and I'd like to thank everybody who participated and thank the board for their support. Thank you.
Great, thank you. Well, thank you not only to all of our generous employees, but thank you, Troy, for the extra effort you put in this year. Greatly appreciated.
Thank you. It was a pleasure.
We have a small gap. Do you want to take up your vote sheets?
Yes, I do.
That would be,
Picture.
You want a
Oh,
picture?
photo with the big check. Okay.
oh, yeah.
Everybody down there?
Just the chair.
Just the chair is fine. Thank you.
Thanks, thank you. I appreciate it. Okay, we were going to go to appointments, but Supervisor Tully's running late, so we will put that off until he returns.
So you'll need to take a recess.
We have a 15-minute recess there. Thank you.
Thank